in this generation of Gen Zs, a lot of phrases have come up among young people to validate whatever ideology they have. One of these is catching cruise. Catching cruise to a lot of people mean different things. It depends on what area your focus of catching cruise is. But these days, when you are flirting with other people, people just refer to it as catching cruise, meaning you're just doing it for nothing, no intention whatsoever. You're just whiling time talking with other people. And that is what we're going to be looking at today on Hot Button. I have two young people with me who will be looking at this topic as we do discuss them and try to shed light on what it is all about. Please welcome to Hot Button.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Hot Button. My name is Johnny and I have with me on the program.
I'm Joseph.
And
Bukola.
all right, welcome to the program. Now, catching cruise. As a young man, what does catching cruise mean to you?
For me, basically, I feel catching cruise is being in a relationship with someone without having any strong feeling for that person, and it is basically being in a relationship just for the fun of it,
Just for
without
fun.
any strings attached.
No strings attached.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think?
I know catching cruise means that, the intention of just wanting to have fun, play around with emotions, with just, I don't know, just playing around,
It's just playing around, basically speaking.
Yeah.
Playing around.
That's it.
Now, what makes people catch cruise, Joseph?
Many people have different reasons for catching cruise. So me, basically, I feel one of the reasons is to get back at someone, especially an ex who have hurt them. Like, for example, a girl who just broke up with her boyfriend might enter into another relationship with someone just to make her boyfriend get jealous.
Wow.
but why would you want to go into a relationship with somebody else just to just have fun and to make the person jealous? Doesn't make any sense. You're not even playing around in that kind of situation. You're just you're being stupid because you're being cheap. You're you're just putting yourself out to people that, okay, they can come and have you whenever they want to have
But you're
you.
not doing anything serious. You guys are just playing for fun.
So you want to
Nothing
play,
serious.
okay, you just want to go into a relationship and say, okay, let's just be playing.
I love
Let's
you.
just
You
have
have
fun.
a
You
motive.
say I love you, but you don't mean it.
You have a motive for doing that, and when you finally achieve what you want from that,
Yeah.
you just back
So
out.
in such a relationship, can you tell someone you love the person? Or you stay away from the word love? Does the other person have to know you're catching cruise?
No. I don't think the other person will know, but it depends on
Okay, so
the
now
way
you-
you do everything.
the other
person
pers-
might know from your actions and the way you talk to each other. From there, the person might get the hints that you are catching cruise.
How would the person get hints that you're catching cruise from actions and words? It's not everybody that gets that.
An
But-
intelligent person will know
But
from your behavior.
Now, my problem is you're looking at this catching cruise from a side of someone who doesn't have a relationship going. But there are still a lot of people, young people who are in a serious relationship in quotes and are still catching cruise.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to do that?
I think, from what I've heard from people that say, I'm just catching cruise with this guy, is because they were emotionally downcast. To them, that word, it means that maybe the person has done something to you before, the person has offended you before, so you're doing revenge. I don't know, you just want to make the person pay for what they they have done to
done in the
you.
past.
So you are now playing around, you're just having fun, you're just there okay, whatever happens, happens. And I have a
make something,
friend
okay.
who basically, right, she's been in a long relationship, 8 years now, and the guy cheated. But she didn't want to break the relationship because she was attached to the guy. So it was a situation of what could she do? So she thought to herself, or some people that she's close to, that they told her that, you know, you can still play with the person, just play with the person, play around with the person, have fun, just, you know, do things for fun, enjoy your life. And head the word, enjoy your life. Well, like, I think after she has, you know, enjoyed her life, she now came back. And then she was talking to me about the whole situation, about how she did this and then she did that. But then at the end of the thing, she was feeling stupid. I was like, that's the point. You feel stupid at the end.
And those are the things that really make people feel stupid about themselves, because the idea of what you're doing is actually stupid already, because
Exactly.
you're not doing it with any, you know, for no purpose, for no reason ahead. You're just doing it because you just have to do it like a spur of the moment. Now, Joseph, tell me, why would someone who is in a relationship, you are in a relationship, you're catching cruise with another girl, your girlfriend is in a relationship, she's catching cruise with another guy, why would they want to do that?
I feel in this life, nothing lasts forever. And you only live once. So
Wow.
from time to time, especially when you are if you are in a long distance relationship, like me, because my girlfriend is not here in school, she's at home, so we just talk on the phone. But at times I feel like I need someone that I can confide in and we get to talk about things. Yes, so you can be catching cruise with someone here in school and then do certain things that you can actually do with your girlfriend, but not those things in quote, but some kind of things.
Not sinful things.
Yeah, simple things,
But
like
you
normal
could spend
things, like
time
to talk, do
deeply with
some
the person.
academic stuff and some other deep things that you would have loved to talk to your girlfriend about.
But your girlfriend, your actual girlfriend doesn't have to know about that.
Yeah, I feel so, but
Is that
it
so?
depends
Is that
on
right?
the kind of love we have
That's
for
not
each
right.
other. The kind of love we have for each other depends on how I'm going to relate that to her.
Wow.
But I feel like the point of the relationship, you love this person is
Right.
your friend.
Yes.
So even if you feel like you can talk to anybody, why not talk to her? What made you feel like, okay,
Talking on phone every time does not do. You need to like see someone face to face.
Then
Face to face conversations go deeper than speaking on phone.
then
and
if you're going to talk to,
over the
like, if you're
internet
going to
also.
talk to a girl face to face and you don't tell her about it, then I feel like he had an intention.
You are catching cruise. That's the thing.
The
You want to
catching
catch
cruise
cruise.
now. You see this thing about catching cruise. Are you gonna catch cruise when you're married?
No.
Because who knows? Your wife might travel, you might travel for a long time, and then that distance will still be there. So how would you handle? Will you catch cruise?
No, I think this catching cruise of a thing is just for this my
Just for young
generation,
people.
Gen
Okay,
Z.
yeah.
So when I get to that stage, I'm more matured and I know that I have different responsibilities and I'm supposed to act responsibly. So
So if
so
you have,
catching
so
cruise is
if
not-
you,
so no, based on what you said, you are supposed to act responsibly.
yeah, when
Which
you're married,
means, in the actual sense, catching cruise is not a responsible
no, it's
behavior.
not responsible from my own point of view.
okay, so
It's
but
not.
catching cruise is what? You were saying something about how catching cruise, you know, when you get matured, you stay, something like I didn't get that part.
You stay committed to your wife now. Stop doing things you were doing when you were younger.
Because
Okay,
are
so
now
you have to
matured and
catch
wise.
cruise so that you can get matured. That's what you're saying.
No.
What he might be looking at is, this could be the reason why some people catch cruise.
Yeah.
Like, if your girlfriend is not around, and trust me, a lot of people would say the same thing. Maybe if you ask them deeply, why are you catching cruise? They might say this thing. But,
My girlfriend is
but I
around.
like what you said. It is not a responsible behavior.
Yeah.
And if it is not responsible, why should we, attach ourselves to things that are irresponsible, things that are not so okay? Because we are beginning to normalize these things that are so absurd, these things that were not there before, promoting, these kind of things that don't really end well. Like your analogy, you said the person felt stupid. Now, what can someone do? Maybe I'm in a relationship, my girlfriend is catching cruise, or you are in a relationship, your boyfriend is catching cruise. What are those actions that suggest that your girlfriend or your boyfriend might be catching cruise?
One of those actions is they start forming busy. Anytime you call them, they'll just tell you I'm busy. Or another point is they don't introduce you or show you to their friends and family. And they only call you when they need certain things from you, like something important. So you are the go-to person that they can get that kind of thing from. But apart from those things, they
So it's
won't
more
call.
when someone does that, you have to watch out
Yes,
to
those
find out
are
if the
red
person
flags.
is catching
Cruise or
cruise.
he's real.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me hear from you.
Yeah, in
Nicola.
addition to what he has said, I feel excuses. Like he gives you excuses
yeah.
all the time. Like, I'm sorry, I was doing this. Sorry, I was doing that. Sorry, I was doing this. Apart from excuse, lack of communication. Like you just misunderstand each other all the time. Like you just keep rambling over things over and over and over again. I feel like, you know, I don't know how to put this, but like asking for things, like crossing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Crossing the boundaries.
Yeah, crossing the
Now you
boundaries.
see, there was an incident that happened, and I had an opportunity of talking with someone, and then the person said, "I had a problem with my boyfriend because I liked a certain guy's picture on Instagram." And the guy was like, "Why should you like another guy's picture? I've posted several pictures, you only liked few of them, and then you're usually the last person to come like my picture, and then this person just posted and you're jumping there to like it." And then the girl was like, "I was just catching cruise. Everybody was just liking the picture, and that's the reason I went there to catch cruise." And the guy didn't understand what a cruise is. And these are different ways that people catch cruise.
Yeah.
You could just put the, oh, fine, handsome guy, oh, beautiful woman, you know. And the funny thing is, social media has put some of these things there. Then you have to see, you click on wow. You don't need to type it.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely, adorable. All those things are there. And when people click, you ask them, why did you click it? I was just catching cruise.
I feel like I understand the guy's perspective.
Okay.
Personally, if I am dating somebody and I post a picture, I mean, you should be the first person to like it.
Yeah.
And I should be the first person to like your picture as well.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like, personally, that's what I feel. So, I don't know why she would want to. Girls in general, we tend to get really, really attracted to things. Like, once we put our mind to this thing, our mind is there. So if she's liking another guy's picture, maybe more than once, and he noticed that, then I feel we should check
The
her.
cruise has
has
crossed from
started.
cruise to reality.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that it? Now, should I be okay when my partner is catching cruise? You know, you said something about just catching cruise. Would you be okay if your girlfriend is catching cruise?
No, I won't. Because we are in love and she is not supposed to be doing something like that to me.
Okay.
Since we are both, if you are in love with someone, you are partners and you are supposed to be doing certain things together, talk sense to each other and do different things together. So if I discover that she's actually toying with my feelings, I don't think I will be able to take that.
You'll not be able to take that.
all.
Okay, let me hear from you.
In the first place, why are you catching cruise with me? You'll never catch cruise with me. I will never allow you to catch cruise with me. You can't play with my emotions. You can't play with my feelings. You can't want to joke around with this. If you want to play around, go find your friends to play with. Go to playing ground. Do something and have fun. Not with me.
Wow, point. Now, we've been talking catching cruise. Someone out there is wondering, how do people catch cruise? What do they do that shows that they are catching cruise? Like, okay, so can you tell us?
Catching cruise.
Give
Catching
us
cruise.
examples of how these people catch cruise, aside the fact that I said you could just go like.
Like you are in a relationship and then talking to other girls, flirting, playing with them, doing certain things you are not supposed to be doing with them.
Like what exactly? Is it like chatting with them?
No,
or-
no, I think chatting is okay, but it depends on the way you chat. Like going deep into the chatting and certain things you are not supposed to be discussing with them. Yeah, talking about things like that and then doing certain things with them. Like coming out at night, walking around, something you are supposed to be doing with your
Taking a
girlfriend.
walk
Yes.
together at night. Wow. Okay, let me hear from you, Buki.
In addition to what he has said, I think it is being intimate with another person. Like,
And being intimate. And being intimate could just be having deep discussion, sharing things.
because from the thoughts alone, your thoughts alone will already give you that, okay, it's already in your mind. So you probably want to put that action into place. So if you're having really deep conversations with people, like, you will know that this person actually, maybe there's an intention of wanting to do something. There's an intention that, okay, this person wants this thing. Of course, you as a girl, if a guy is saying things that, is deep, it's your choice to either say no or yes, or do you get what I'm saying? But like, yeah. And another thing is, catching cruise is when you're going from one guy to another, one guy to another, one guy to another. You're going from one girl to another, one girl to another. So your intention to them is just play around with your emotions.
Play around.
Yes, when you know that they have gotten like really, really deep with, I like you, and then it's getting really, really deep, like it's getting to love and stuff. Like they tell you, we're not that serious. I've heard a situation, like a friend of mine, she was always talking to this guy, like everybody, like for 12 months, that's a year, 12 months. And I don't know, I think they were having one conversation, and all of a sudden the guy was like, was I ever yours? So in the first place, he has been catching cruise with her. He has been playing, like after 12 months, you're telling me, was I ever yours? I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot. But the one that bothers me is this. You are not ready to be in a relationship. You don't want to date yet. A guy asks you out. You say, let me think about it. In thinking about it, you guys are chatting, you're using words, but each time it comes up and it asks you, so are we dating now? You said no. Okay. But you guys are, you're like giving him attention and then giving him hope. Is that a kind of cruise catching as well?
I would say
because
no.
when you ask people, they tell you, I'm not dating him, we're just catching cruise.
Me, I will not call it catching cruise, but I would say no. Because, I don't know, some girls, they want to know, I don't know, personally, I want to know the kind of person you are in different ways.
Okay.
So, if there's a conversation that comes up, and then we get like, okay, we talk about it for a while, and then it gets really interesting and stuff like that. That's only because, in the first place, I said I would think about it. So that's my process of thinking about the whole thing. Like, answering your conversation, because I don't want to snub you, because I already, respected you enough to say I will think about it and everything. If I didn't want to think about it, I would have just said no in the first place. So in me wanting to think about it, I would just be like, I want to, I will go deep into some conversations. I will go deeper into some conversation. In what we'll be saying and stuff like that, do I really want to have a relationship with him? I will still want to get to know. So I will still be having conversation with him. I will still say no. Wow. But when I now feel like, okay, yes, I don't think I want to be in a relationship, or I think I want to be in a relationship with this person, then, yeah.
Because the reason I ask this is there are other situations where you're chatting with this person who you say you don't want to date. You're sending love emoji. You're sending kiss emoji.
Okay.
You're sending all this kind of stuff. And then the person is wondering, you're sending all these things to me. Are we dating yet? I said, no. When your friend asks you, you just sent love emoji to this guy. Are you sure you don't like, no, we're just catching cruise? Joseph, what do you think?
It depends on the person, though. Like, somebody might actually be feeling that emoji as a sign that you are urging him on, or you are actually interested in him or her. So if you give a person the attention, like the way she just said that she will think about it. If you tell me you want to think about something, I told you that we are supposed to be in a relationship, and you say you want to think about it, and we chat, and you are sending me those emojis, love emojis, stickers, and sending stuff like that, I would think you are actually falling for me.
Okay.
Yes.
But so, I'm not somebody that, to me, I don't take emoji seriously.
Some people do. That's the thing.
Some people do. Because if you are in a relationship, in a serious relationship, you still send the same love emojis.
Yes.
To communicate how much you love the person. You send hearts. You send blown kisses and all that. And then, if you're sending emojis to someone, why would the person not take it serious?
That's because I've not accepted to have you as my boyfriend. Or
you have not accepted, but that person with the things you are sending
is communicating.
Yes,
otherwise.
It's communicating a message that
and you've
you
asked
are interested.
me, and I said no.
But why are you sending those
That
things?
is the cruise. Because you're giving this person false hope
Yeah.
that we are going to have something or we are having something.
Okay.
But at the back of your mind, you know that you're not ready for this.
That's catching cruise.
Isn't that, this catching cruise, the reason I have a problem with it is this. You answer that when you're mature, you may not
Want to do these things
want to
again.
do those things. But relationships are like grounds for us to,
Yeah.
to learn
Different things.
things that are really going to be applied in future. In
Yeah.
the real sense, if you have the right motive when you're dating, that is what you're preparing yourself
Yeah.
towards. It is just the problem of these days. Everybody is just abusing what relationship should be. That is why it is called relationship. We relate together. We gain from each other. Relationship is not something you just do to have fun with.
True.
You are creating a positive connection.
Yeah.
If it is not a positive connection, it is not a relationship.
That's all.
If we just want to come play with each other, that is not a relationship. Cruise is not a relationship. It is you just giving someone false hope when you know that you don't want to. Why are we toiling with something that is supposed to be good? And that is that cruise thing. Because when we keep doing this thing, there are consequences.
True.
And I'm wondering, as you say is true, what could be the possible consequences of catching cruise?
One of the major consequences is that you might lose that person you are catching cruise with for life if he or she finds out
True.
that you are catching cruise with him or her, because you don't know where you will be tomorrow or who will be your destiny helper tomorrow. So if you use someone to catch cruise today and you meet that person in the place of authority and that person is supposed to be the one that should grant you access to where you are going, I don't think that person will want to give you the assistance you need. So that's a major
That would
consequence.
be one major consequence. Let me
yeah.
hear from you.
I mean, you yourself, you would get heartbroken
How?
because, in the process of I'm toying with your emotions, I mean, you had fun, you enjoyed the moment and everything. So imagine everything, the cruise ended. So,
And over time, it's becoming reality to you.
yeah, so it hurts you. It would definitely hurt you. As human beings, these are things that are bound to happen. I mean, it's somebody that you're already getting attached to in the process of catching cruise or not catching cruise. Because I know that catching cruise, you would, want to do some stuff with the person because you're playing around with the person. So you're already getting physically attached, emotionally attached, and stuff like that. So there's not, I feel like it's a lie if you say you're catching cruise and then you're not attached. Because if you want to catch cruise with somebody, it's somebody that you like, but you just don't want to take things serious with the person.
You don't want to be committed.
You don't
That's
want
the
to be
word.
That's it here.
Committed.
So there's no way. You will definitely be hurt. You will definitely feel terrible about yourself because this guy will go around telling his friends, this girl did this to me, this girl did this to me, this girl, and that reputation will continue to go wherever. And the same thing applies to girls as well. This guy did this thing to me, this guy did this to me. And if you actually want to have a serious thing with somebody, but because of that particular thing about you that you have catch cruise with one of my friends, I mean, it goes a long way that they don't want to have anything serious with you.
So in the real sense of it, if you don't want to be serious with someone, do not commit yourself to doing things that will
With
make
that
them
person.
feel you want to be in a relationship with them.
Yes.
Because there are people, they don't want to have a relationship with you, but they care about you. They make you feel like, and someone told me way back in the university,
Okay.
the way you relate, and for me, I was just trying to be nice.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about catching cruise. I was just a guy who wasn't ready for a relationship, but I just wanted to be a nice person. And then what I will do is, I see her and I'm like, hey, have you eaten? Are you okay? Do you need some money to go eat or something? Okay, come, let's go eat. And then we will go eat and come back. And then I will see her off to her hostel. And then she gets back. And then I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
And then just one evening, we're coming back from a class. That was a class ended at 6 and then we were returning. And then she just came and nudged me. You, where have you been? And then I'm like, classes have become so serious. And then she was like, honestly, it's just that I respect you. You were giving me hope as if you were going to date me, only for your friend to tell me you said you are not ready for a relationship. And then I said, I gave you hope. I said, yes. You made me feel
It's your
like
actions.
we're going to have a relationship. And there was nothing cruising my mind. To me, I was just trying to be nice. And then if people can try to be nice, but don't communicate something wrong, like, okay, I'm going to date you in future, or the more we keep spending time together, we'll be together. I think this cruise thing will be, a little bit controlled. But then there are still people who deliberately go out there,
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
you
it's
false
correct.
hope,
Yes.
make you feel wanted, make you feel loved. At the end of the day, their motive is nothing is ever going to happen between us.
Yeah. I think there are reasons that why they do that to
And I
them.
don't think anybody should waste anybody's time giving false hope
Hope.
Yeah.
when you know that
You
It's
are
not
not
we're
gonna
ready.
not
work.
going to be committed. Because as much as we're looking at it like it's cruise plain, when you play with some people's emotion, they will never forgive you.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
And they can
That's what I
find a way to pay back. And then as you're catching cruise, learning it in a relationship, it might just translate to your marriage. You get to your marriage, you're still used to catching cruise. As a wife, you're catching cruise with other men. As a husband, you're catching cruise with other girls, which is not appropriate. Marriage is divine. It is sweet. It is a basis of forming a family. So it should be taken seriously. Thank you guys for being on the program today. I hope you don't catch cruise.
I don't.
hope you don't catch
Well, I
cruise.
think
And if you have friends who catch cruise, please tell them to stop catching
I
cruise.
will spread the gospel. I will tell them about
Exactly.
everything we
So that
discussed
if
here.
you do, and I do, and she does,
It's
we'll have a very good environment where
Yeah.
nobody deceives the other person. Thank you so much for being on the program today. It's
Thank
on this
you.
note that we draw cutting on our program today, hoping you're out there and not catching cruise or playing with anybody's emotion. Relationship is meant to be serious. Relationship is meant to be respected. Do not commit to anybody or make someone feel like you're committed when you know you're not committed. Because when you break somebody's heart, it shouldn't give you joy. It is a heart that you're breaking. So let's do what's right and know our limits when it comes to dealing with other people. Thank you for being a part of us. Join us again next time for another episode. Bye for now.
Master Rabbit.